If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Tell them still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them.
Sorry about that. Welcome to another edition of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. We're not going to be here for long, only for a couple of hours. Y'all already know how I feel about this whole stony, shony, phony, crony thing. Mrs. Shavonne Stone You know how I feel about her. You know how I feel about this whole situation. But I came across a couple of YouTubers. I'm only going to do one. I'm only going to do one. So, recently, of course, this is happening almost every day now that she's coming out with a video. And every day that she comes out with a video, the more worse it gets for her. Um, we're starting to see through it, but everybody has their gripes about Umar. It's. I should have said this before. It's 50%. 50% of people love him. 50% of people hate him. Those who hate him can't wait to get online and start spewing a bunch of nonsense, or mainly what other people report. And this is on Leonard, but I have a question, right? I have a particular question. Where were you when this brother was doing some sort of good? Where were you when you were accusing this brother with not speaking to any boys at all? And it's not just about the boys you buffoons, it's about the girls too. It's about the community in general. Where were y'all then? Y'all was just lurking to see what type of shit he was going to slip up in. Lo and behold, every time something bad happens, even one thing, it's reported. Y'all go on YouTube, go online, say your little ill, and then on to the next one. It, it doesn't matter what it is. Y'all a bunch of crabs in the barrel mentality individuals. But yet, y'all don't report in anything he does good. If you can name one thing that he does good versus the bad, I bet you won't have the balls to do a live on that. I bet you wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't. I have a bit of a delay. So when I come back, I get this show started because I'm already late. When I come back, I have a bit of a delay. Uh, give me give me a couple seconds, and I will be right back with you. Okay. Well, it's still a slight delay. Still a slight delay, but all right. Somehow our internet's been messing up. But like I said, I had everything that I had to say about this woman. But there's been a particular woman on the internet who claims otherwise. But before I go to that, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to bring in a couple of police officers that has been reported on the, what is his name? The William, I don't want to butcher the guy's name. The the brother that got punched in the face by the white devilish cop. And of course, his the his officers are going to basically back in anyone, any county, any sheriff's department, their chief is going to back them up 100%. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised at it. I looked at it forwards and backwards. What went right? What went wrong? When I first saw it, the brother was getting punched in the face and getting dragged out the car. He said, "Let me show you." The white cop was, "Show your hands, show your hands." He showed him his hand. Yet he got dragged out the car anyway. So that's how it's going to be. And I will definitely rant about that a little later. I will definitely rant about that a little later. Sometime tomorrow. Please tune in tomorrow when I don't even want to do that one. Please tune in tomorrow when we talk about some serious shit, because this shit is overlapping. I ain't even want to talk about this shit no more. And yes, I know that the broke comment came out. People have their own interpretations of what broke is. Broke meaning you have no money. You're gonna take that with a grain of salt and say, he said it himself. He said he's broke. He ain't got no money. And I'm going to tell you, okay, define broke. Money meaning he has nothing to give to anyone except for himself and his mother, or I mean, you tell me what it means. People have their own interpretation, right? But she is a supporter of Dr. Umar. We're gonna play a couple clips. Don't worry. We're gonna play a couple clips tonight. Let's see here. I'm not worried about the nephew at all. It's kind of strange, right? Lennon Honor interviewed the nephew. And Lennon Honor interviewed the nephew, right? But he couldn't get the father to submit. He couldn't get Jamal Johnson to submit. That is crazy in and of itself. And we got the woman in the building. Eat with Philly. Salute to you, ma'am. Salute, salute, salute. The reason why, and sorry for the delay, and sorry for the lateness. We had internet issues, but the real reason why Lennon Honor is so hell bent, and I said this before and I'll say it again, he is so hell bent on proving, and it's been over 16 years. He wants to prove that this dude is a phony, he's fake, blah, 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 blah. But quite frankly, you're in the same boat as Dr. Umar if that's the case. Because the money that you collected 3-4 years ago was damn near the same amount of money you collected on the GoFundMes. The same amount of money he collected. But you won't admit that. You won't admit it. It's like, oh yeah, I needed help. I'm getting another delay again. Oh yeah, I needed help, but it's different. Why does he hate Umar so much? I don't know. He's a freaking failure. And I wish D. Durrell was here. D. Durrell can prove otherwise. He can prove it better than I can. When we were all in the Umar sector together, we often defended Umar in his honor. And there were a plethora of people who kind of challenged Umar. And when I interviewed him, everybody except for D. Durrell got upset. Not pinning flowers, just making a statement, right? And so Yeah, people. I mean, people look up to people like I can't even name their names anymore because I don't even mess with that sector anymore. The only person that I can name is Anti-Afro Spengali, who has a book of tweets or what you call it, X on Umar. She has countless videos, her damn self. But this is not about Anti-Afro Spengali. This is mainly about Lennon Honor and this throat goat person. But anyway, um, if you would like to come up, my dear, and just instead of just playing shit, since you're up here, you might as well just give your view about what you think or interpret what's going on. Because I already said what I needed to say. This is all a play. This is all the show. This is on Lennon Honor. Lennon Honor, if he can't get Umar to say his name, if he can't get Umar to say his name, which he does not say he rarely even says his name. It's been over 10 years. He wants to be irrelevant. Then he'll go after his father. He'll talk about his mother. He called his father a bitch. It is clearly proven. He called his father a bitch. Go on Dieterell's live. I forgot which one it was. Dieterell interviewed Jamal Johnson. Straight up. Twice. The first time it was the incident. The second time it was about the community and so on and so forth. But this is crazy. But me personally, he can figure it. He can figure it out. I'm not worried about him being broke per se because he'll bounce back from it. I'm just worried about the school as of this moment. I'm worried about the school and its opening because it's supposed to be opening this September. It's supposed to be opening up this September. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. All this little fancy schmancy getting your what did he say? Getting your shongle schlongle schlinger schlinger schlong slurped on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What a grown man does in his own personal venue, that's his business. I really wish you wouldn't have put that out there. But all the damage has been done. She's making more and more damage to herself and her credibility. But then again, it's like I said. Um it's 50-50. Half of the brothers in the community, half of the brothers in the community back him up. The other half, they have some gripe about Umar. Possibly because they're dating white women. I don't know. I really have no idea. But yeah, I ain't worried about it. But it's like I said, they keep trying to set him back. Of course. But I mean, this is all here. You supposed to be. You're supposed to take money from the government. We're supposed to have all this done 3 years ago. You don't like taking money from white banks. Of course he doesn't. He's trying to illustrate a point, which black community often has trouble contemplating. It's like if I want to survive in a white world where 60% of white folks own and control everything. Everything. I want to set an example for our boys and girls that we can build by ourselves. When I get home, I'll let you. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, but this is sad. This is fucking sad. But this woman, and there are others, but I just want to see if I can find the right one. Favorite stalker, is still stalking. This stalker school. What is it? Diary at the mouth. I'll play this one. I'll play the diary at the mouth. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This woman, you go and support. Go ahead and support this sister. Eat with phenomenal job. I wish, you know what, the icing on the cake would be to have Claudia here, but Claudia, oh, made it. That poor woman rest her soul. Let that poor woman rest her soul. But without any delay, here it is.
The y'all like my makeshift
Oh,
I like my makeshift backdrop I have over here. Y'all don't need to see everything. So
oh damn. I should have not done that. Sorry about that. Yeah, my internet tripping right now. My internet tripping. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. My internet has been tripping as of late. But we're gonna get it on and cracking. But like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be doing some other shit. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about why cops get away with everything. Why cops get away with everything. No, people like, I run into Shavonne's on a daily, and they have some axe to grind. So I'm not worried about people like her. She gonna slip and fall on her ass one day. She gonna slip and fall on her ass one of these days. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. I got to get this. Is all Lenonana. This is all Lenonana. He came with a tweet just yesterday. He's trying his best to not let me go on live. He doesn't know you. And and you have the nerve to threaten him the other day. Talk about he won't bust the group in the fruit fight. I'm like, let me see. Y'all little skinny gay ass. Nah, you too easy, bro. You easy work. You easy work, bro. Lennon on is easy work. But let me ask you a question, if you're still in here. You're married, allegedly married, with 5 children. I can't say this enough. 5 children, and that make a 5-6 hour live on one person. You have enough time to make a 5-6 hour live on one individual. That is so insane. My wife would probably leave my ass. Obviously, she's not getting satisfied enough for you to just wake up in the morning and go, Uma. I mean, the obsession with this guy is just surreal. The obsession with him is just surreal. Embarrassing. But enough with me rambling. Let's get into the show. This is crazy. I gotta get everything new again.
or Now you have to listen to the things she says. Like she was on uh, the Love Doctor, aka Storm Monroe, last night. I like Storm. I like Storm. He actually interviewed Dr. Umar before several years ago. I didn't know that. He mentioned it last night.
And now Storm Monroe wants to act gay. Storm Monroe, you have to figure, he is for the drama. He ain't for the truth. He ain't for nothing of that sort. He ain't no different from Tasha K. He's trying to get Tasha K status. So obviously Umar didn't know. Just like he didn't know about the person from Fox who he thought was a chocolate sister, but he ended up turning to be a chocolate brother per se. He didn't know. They tricked him. I'm not laughing. I'm just saying. It's like he called brother a chocolate sister. It was like he didn't know that. So I'll give him a pass for that. I have to give him a pass for that. But anything that he does wrong, it's gonna get reported. Just yeah.
Storm will eventually see through her. He will. I know he will. He will. He won't hold back. Well, she was over there running her mouth to Storm. I know what her issue is. You know, when Dr. Umar, one of her issues, you know how he liked to post all those women that do the little sound voiceovers with his sound effects.
And by the way, come to the front of the congregation. Come to the front. Come to the front. Those women who he posts and has his sound effects, has his sound bite, they are way better. So if you thought you was going to be number one, and I have to debunk a couple of lies. Number one, he doesn't just he doesn't like chocolate sisters. He loves chocolate sisters. You forget about the wedding that he had, the fake wedding. Everybody knows it was fake. Do you know about the fake wedding that he had? The first venue or the first festival that he had at FDMG. You remember that? He had a chocolate sister on one side and a light-skinned sister in the other. It proves a point that he's been saying for many, many years now. If you don't get it now, you need to just hang it up. For many, many years, he has said that he wants to marry two queens. I don't know if you can do it here in the United States of America, but you can definitely do it overseas. If you don't believe me, you can ask Neo, the singer. But anyway, you think you was going to be it, my dear? Stony, wake up. You thought you was going to be number one. Y'all only dated for a couple of years. My suggestion, your ass need to move around and go ahead and pay that money. You talk about he owes me money for taking care of it. He only paid you 12 grand, bitch. He paid you 12 grand. Oh God, that memory again. He paid you 12 grand. That was generous. He didn't have to give you nothing at all. But how generous he was into thinking that you could be the one to eventually help him or help aid him in his adventure. But yet you take his personal information and guess what? I got my eyes on you too. Not just Lennon, because Lennon basically he's the focal point for all of this. He basically got his Cash App shut down. He got all that shit shut down. He got all of it shut down. The only thing he can't, I don't think he can, the only thing he can't shut down is PayPal, because PayPal owned by a private company or something. I don't know. But that's the only thing he did not get shut down. Now there's Apple Pay. I don't know how Apple Pay works. But you're just delaying the inevitable. If you want so bad to see this school, if you want so bad to see this school succeed, why do you keep fucking with them? That's the only thing I can come up with. But anybody black, I see, and this is my opinion, anybody but, like I said, this 50-50 with this guy. 50% support him, 50% hate him. The 50% who hate this man can't wait to come out. Can't wait to come out on this guy. And it's quite sad and it's quite sickening. But let me continue.
What was one of them? Because I did one. What was one of them? What is it? Why you want to eat up the prince? Whatever. But you know how he posts all those girls. He kept mentioning that, like, why you think I'm mad because you post other women? Yeah. Yes, you are. Words to describe her. She is manipulative. She's sneaky. And she has studied his haters as she pretended to be his friend. She studied Dr. Umar's haters as she pretended to be his friend. Hold on. Oh, you have a very unique look. I'm African. I'm African. I am African. So she pretended to be his friend. He made a mistake by letting her into his home. You know, he has to trust. I feel like he feels like he has to trust someone at one point, but he chose the wrong one this time. I think she was a plant from the beginning. You know, sometimes people will befriend you just to try and take you down and try and get something to use against you. She's running with this narrative, this lie that some weird ass man went on Lennon's Honor channel and said, some man Lennon interviewed claimed he used to date a woman that Dr. Umar dated. And that the woman.
Why would Umar be jealous of anything? Why would Umar have a jealous bone in his body about who dated before or who you gonna date afterwards? Why would he care? It's either you're with him or you're with him. If you're not, you're not. Why would he give a damn? That don't make no sense.
Someone told him she saw Dr. Umar with a damn FBI folder. Foul. At least she thought that he moved it away real quickly.
Again, Lennon.
When I tell you these are some of the ignorantest black folk I have ever seen, and some of them are educated too, educated black folk, but they be the ones that want to take other black folk down. Uppity Negroes. You some uppity Negroes. You hear me?
Now, there have been, and I just want to say this for the record, there have been a group of people, a handful of people who have absolutely spoiled us. I'm talking about the Brother Polites, the young pharaohs, all them trick bags, all of them have spoiled us. Even Tommy Sotomayor has spoiled us rotten. spoiled us to the point that we believe any and everything he say. This nigga come up off the street, and all of a sudden, this dude's a messiah, that person a messiah. One thing, but then later on, they get exposed to two white girls, front row seat tickets to the Lakers game. That's polite. Then this allegedly the sex scandal went on with the 14-year-old. That shit went on, and then young Pharaoh domesticated violence on his girlfriend, whatever. That shit went on. So, and do we have to explain anything on old Tommy Boy? No, we don't have to. But yet, people brought him back, and he's now doing his own thing, right? People keep bringing these people back, but you have all the smoke for Umar, which don't make no sense. You brought back Cynthia G. Cynthia G was gone for 2 years, but yet you brought her back. Why? Wasn't Tommy Sotomayor on OnlyFans? Yes, that nigga was on OnlyFans. Trust me. Trust me. But everybody got smoke in the world for him. Or for Umar, right? I just want that same, I just want the same energy. When this school does open, I want the exact same energy.
Oh. You sent me a video. Okay, Jason. Good. I've been waiting on some inside info on the other thing. Yes. Man of them. Thank you, Jason. I'll be checking to my spam. You said, let me tell you.
That's what Africans have. Big noses. That's what Homo sapiens have. Big noses. See, and that's another issue that I have with black folks. See, we have absorbed this extinct diet of hatredism, and it's due to listening to white folks too much. It is due to listening to white folks too much and trying to get along with white folks a little too much. That's what this thing is about. We talk
you out. Let me time you out for 24 hours. There you go. Since y'all want to play with me this morning. Okay. And thank you, Jason. I'm gonna get that email. I will be getting that email. All right, back to the business at hand here. What was I saying? So you are a Dr. Umar supporter. You know what? I am a Dr. Umar supporter. And Jason, let me tell you why. Dr. Umar speaks on things about the Black community that are true and make sense. And he knows the history. And he can recite it at the drop of a dime and not miss a beat. Dr. Umar is a damn human being. He is a man. He's not a god. Therefore, which is why you have a woman running around here now with diarrhea of the mouth, wanting to hurt him, because make no mistake about it, the woman really likes Dr. Umar. She's infatuated with him. She's infatuated with Dr. Umar. That's why she's running around. That's why she's running around here trying to hurt him. Talking about she's going to take him down. Take him down for what? Dr. Umar, what he needs to do, and who am I? But from what I learned with my past experience of someone wanting to speak on me every day and try and just hurt me and want me to lose all my support, want my
she is in love with the Shango stick. She's in love with the Gulp 3000. She don't want nothing to do with she don't want nothing to do with Umar emotionally. He tried to boss him around at FDMG. He tried to boss him around at home. You weren't making no suggestions. You were basically trying to boss him. According to him, you were trying to basically boss him around. But I digress. You got mad. Let's just face it. You got mad. This woman, Stony, got mad because he got that plane ticket and sent her on her merry way. Months later, it's kind of interesting because months later, we find you on Lynn and Anna's show. That's quite interesting. If you were so done with Umar, then why were you on Lynn and Anna's show? If you were so done with Umar, why did we find you on Tasha K's show? If you were so done with Umar, why did we find you on Stormy Monroe's show? Think about it. This is a jump off. You thought you weren't going to you didn't get paid for your services. Well, you did get paid, bitch. You did get paid for your services. And didn't you just tell us all that you found another celebrity? Oops. What celebrity is this? We all wonder. This came out your lips. You came out somebody who was well known, right? Quote unquote, well known. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting when you run into these certain characters. And I'll say this, for the final time. Umar, stop messing with these goofy women. Stop messing with them. Ryder for life. What up, though? She says, "Oh my God, this still going viral." They talk about it now because he's broke. People have their own interpretations on what broke means. I don't know because I ain't checked on, but this is just too funny to me, ain't it? It's funny to me too. It's funny how one person can do so much good, but then one slip up, it's like, "Gotcha, bitch! I got you. I've been wanting to get you for years." It's something's wrong with black people. Something is wrong with us.
Nature. If I were him, if anybody asked me about that damn woman, you know what my response would be? She's dead to me. Don't say another thing don't give her no more of your energy. She wants you to respond to her. At first, talking about him, she went to Lynn and Honor out of the blue. They stopped talking in February. From the timelines that both of them have presented, they stopped talking in February. According to Dr. Umar and her, it was February. So now all of a sudden, July, you want to come out here and talk about Dr. Umar? And then you went to Lennon's channel, you talked about how you met Dr. Umar. You said your child had autism, ADHD.
His son, a 16-year-old. What can you do for my son? At 16? 2 years later, he a grown ass man. Unless you have multiple sons, which you never expressed, and because your story was all over the place. But the one thing that you did absolutely get right in your mind was his mother's home. You doxed him by doxing his mother's home and doxing her, which makes you an accessory to HIPAA. And if I have to pull out the receipts one more time, that yes, it is a HIPAA violation, regardless if you work for federal, they're not. He has obligations to sue you for HIPAA. It does not matter. It does not matter. According to the law, according to statute, yes, I have obligation and malice to sue you.
And then you doxed Dr. Umar's mother, and then you started talking about her house. You did all of the doxing, and now you sitting over there on your little high yellow ass acting like it was Dr. Umar. And she wants to say, Doc, she's trying to make him appear as a colorist, like he only likes light-skinned women.
Hey, Bridge. It's been a while. Colorist. Again, I said this already. How is he a colorist when he expresses all the time that he and has proven yet again that he likes the black, blue, purple sisters all the way down to the light-skinned sisters? He's Pan-African. So what do you mean he's a colorist? Lennon Honor. Every time you hear words coming out of Sharon's mouth, not this lady, but the other one, every time you hear words coming out of her mouth, think Lennon Honor. He's the corporate behind all of this bullshit. All of it. All of it. So every time you hear her, you hear him because he has issues. I don't care who you date. He's a racist. And he snorts cocaine, which I told Umar years ago, sue this man for slander and defamation of character. Finally, he listens to me, or he listens to other influencers. Yet and still, he listens to other influencers. But let's see if he goes in on this, which he should.
This made, I don't know, listen, no, shout out to all, well, y'all black, y'all African. Well, ain't no dark-skinned sister out here running around trying to take Dr. Umar out. You know, so if he does have a type, you might want to change it up, okay? Sorry, Dr. Umar. But listen, let me see what y'all say, because y'all might be saying some slick shit to me, and I'm going to block you. While y'all playing with me this morning, people steady bring him down and talk down on it. They make people not want to donate. He has to have money to complete the school. If all of the donations have dried up because of all of the negative publicity, it may never open because people are against it.
Yeah, that's fine. I said before he needs to sell school. And I'll say it again. Sell the motherfucker. Because these people don't deserve it. These people do not deserve because you have not shown. There are those who have shown that they want something for that's, how do I say, community-ish. They want something better. They want something different. They want something that says ours. Like FUBU, for us, by us. They want something that's ours. But if we continuously complain and complain and complain and complain, it's just like Moses. They complained to Moses about why do we have to keep walking and how can we have to follow God, and when is God gonna take us to the promised land? Blah 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 blah. And I'm not saying that Umar is Moses. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is this is no different. It's no different. People are like Burger King. They want it their way right away. And then there are those who often want Umar to do what they want Umar to do. That's not his makeup. It's not his get down. I don't tell you to get up in the morning. I don't tell you to get up in the morning, go brush your teeth. You automatically know how to do that. I don't knock on your door and tell you how to put on makeup. You already know how to put on makeup. I don't tell you to get up I don't knock on your door personally and tell you to wash your ass. Common sensely, you know how to do that. So don't tell this man how he should run his school. Don't tell this man how to do shit. If you don't want to donate, you don't have to. You don't have to donate. You don't have to do a live on Umar. But this is how black folks are. This internet, period, was supposed to be about healing and all this other shit. Ain't nothing but a damn rape. Ain't nothing but a damn rape. It's just like bugs. Y'all like roaches with the lights on. And y'all top roaches, y'all got capes on and shit with crowns on them. I don't do this shit every day. I do this once or twice a week because I have a life. Most of you Negroes don't even have lives. Most of you Negroes want to talk about females every fucking day. It's the 4 food groups, which I explained to you before. If it's not about black women, it's about bitches. If it's ain't about bitches, it's about hoes. It ain't about hoes, it's about who? Umar. These black women don't want to submit. They don't want. I'm ranting. Sorry.
The same people who started out for it are now against it. We're talking. There's been so many people on here talking. I guess I'm gonna go to a little bit of Storm Monroe. Fair use is in order. Somebody said, I wrote, okay, I'm gonna play this. I wrote, she is a liar. Also, he conducted ED. He cut his son via a text message to let him know that his mother was out here lying on him. This lady says she seems to be crashing out pretty hard. Either way, she's a woman scorned or a liar. I'm gonna play some of this lady's commentary.
Umar Johnson's ex, Shavonne Stone, has a few choice words for him. I've also noticed on these YouTube streets a lot of wannabe Umar Johnson groupies are pretty angry that Miss Shavonne was able to get close to him.
I'm not a groupie. I'm not a Dr. Umar groupie. Listen, what I am a supporter. And when I see something going on that I totally disagree with, I feel like it's wrong, I will speak out. Now, as far as her getting close to him, I just hate that he chose someone close to him that was a spy Shavonne Stones, aka Stacks, whatever, Sinead Lene Stacks, was a plant. She was a plant. I don't know who sent her, but I feel like she was a plant. She said that she felt like she was put in his life to bring him down. But why are people constantly wanting to bring him down? What did he do to you all? Why isn't these people so mission to want to bring him down? All right, let's play some of this woman's. This is actually, she's reviewing something that Shavonne said.
There's a lot of jealousy in the Umar Johnson's cult camp.
This channel is called Woman. Hold on. Wonders of a Black Woman. Okay. Oh, Wonders of a Black Woman.
But the teacher is about to school the doctor.
What?
Now, Miss Wonders of a Black Woman, I'm going to share her out too. Let me share her out. Now, here she goes. Umar Johnson, come to the front of the class. This woman really is feeling herself. You know what? And that's going to be your downfall. You are really feeling yourself sooner or later. Some of these content creators with really big platforms, they're going to speak out. It's taking them a little time, but they are going to see through your BS. And there's some they can come out and
No, I don't think so, because again, they have a gripe with Umar because of those white bitches. They love white people. How dare you speak upon our white women, Umar? Damn you, Umar. Damn you, go down. I like my white bread. I like my white rice. I like my white car, my white picket fence, my white everything. White, white, white. I love my white tennis shoes, my white underoos.
You ain't got white underoos.
You're right. I don't. I got black. Now get out of here.
They all brown. They all brown.
I mean, hey, whatever. She thinks just because it's her birthday. Her birthday's around the corner. But anyway, what up, Young? What up, Young? How you doing, brother?
they're going to let you have it. They are going to let you have it. I don't know what they're waiting on. Dr. Umar, listen.
Dieterell once advocated for Umar, but of course, things just need to show improve. I'm not going to go against my brother because I get it. I get it, right? But once you're on the boat, you're on the boat. Once you get off the boat, you can't get back on the boat. Give this man some freaking time. He knew the risk. He knew the risk that this was going to affect people in a certain way. When I interviewed him the first time around, he even said it himself that, in paraphrasing, this is going to take some time. And people are not going to like it because the school can be, it could take 10 years and people will have something to say, right? But me personally, this is like what, year number 6. So, but each time he draws closer, and he's had problems, he's had issues, but each time he draws near, there's always something. There's always something getting in the way of progress. Always something, whether it's Lennon or whoever. It's always something. It's a girl that don't like him. But I'm gonna play a couple minutes of this, and of course, I gotta play old sweet Claudio just one more time.
A button. Let her have it.
So you went on Instagram Live. 50-year-old man. You went on Instagram Live.
43-year-old woman. You went on Lennon's platform and
she's not 43. She's 63.
you brought all of this out here. And now you want to say he went on his Instagram live, and you hear her say to your 1.1 million followers, that's what you want.
No, that's what he wants. He has 71.3. I had to check it out.
You're jealous of him. You're jealous of his success.
Tell 1.1 million followers that a woman that you decided to put in your mother's space, the one with the hot cat, the stanky cat, the aquarium, you chose that chick that went down on you. You chose to put her in a space with your personal shit and your mother.
Okay, so he has 77.6 subscribers. Umar has 1.1 million. Don't nobody pay attention to this motherfucker. The only reason why he comes up with 9 and he gets a standard amount of people in his chat room is because those transition from AS all the way to Lennon because obviously they want a shit show. There are those who fell off, but he just wants a shit show. And they're just, most of them are laughing. Most of them are laughing with him, but then there are others who are laughing at him. They just want a show. And they're going to ooh, the first time they hear something a little different. Oh, that's typical. Information man, you're starting to become annoying. But I'll deal with you at another date.
Either your following is slow as fuck.
First of all, his supporters were not a following, and there's nothing slow about her. You're the one that's slow, bringing your ass out here bragging on sucking somebody's shingo stick. She thinks she's so together. She has this one.
Guess what? Lennon Honor is going to get sued. He will get sued one way or the other. Shavonne will get sued. She will get sued. So you have two individuals, and if he really wanted to, he can sue Tasha K, but then Tasha K doesn't have money. Not like the money that she owes, Cardi B, but whatever.
Wonderful job. She has all this power. She's powerful. She knows people. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Right.
You can bank on that shit.
Where you are. And I'm going to have to bet that it's you. Because this is the type of shit that constantly keeps me and your bitch ass at war.
Calling him all out of his name. I don't think he called her a bitch. I don't think he ever used that word. She is so disrespectful. You are so disrespectful, woman.
I don't know, but it got her a hotel room. It got her a hotel room and a good kiss, good night, and bye. A peace ticket. Peace. I want to know, but he won't put it out. And I respect him for that because it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business what she allegedly did with the mother. And I would beg to differ that, I would beg to hopefully, if he goes to court with this, and he should go to court with this, just tell it all. ain't nobody gonna be coming up there with a camera because they're being recorded. Anybody coming busting in with a camera phone is gonna get kicked out the courtroom. So you don't have to worry about that. But just let it all out. What you think went wrong with her trying to do? I'm just gonna say it outright. He entrusts too many people to thinking that they're going to do the right thing, but clearly they're not. Ain't nothing but a few people that you can trust in this world. And it's so sad. It's so fucking sad. It's disgusting. It's demonic. What this woman put out there on the platform about his own mom. Say what you will about me. Say what you will about anybody else. But a person who can't take care of herself, like, leave them out of it. I remember again with the whole his Jamal situation. That was wrong. That was totally wrong of itself, what Lennon did. But the fact that this woman doxed the mother is totally insane. And I am deeply disappointed in all of you for those who think that this doesn't even matter because this is on Umar. I was like, hold on. If I give you money and I entrust in you, just like I would give a care aid. If I give a care aid money, I entrust in that care aid to do what? The right thing. Even care aids get careless. And what happens to them? They get gone. They get fired. That's what happened to this woman. Obviously, something happened in that home to the point where he got upset, put her on a plane, sent her home. He didn't beat on her. He probably cussed her out. I'd have cussed her out too. He didn't beat on her. He didn't disrespect her. He put her on the plane, sent her home. Now she feeling some type of a way. And even if she did have, so what? Keep your fucking mouth shut. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. I could never do that I wouldn't even do that to my worst enemy. That's just plain disgusting. You have no heart. Shavonne Stone has no heart at all.
You just disgust. You're pathetic. You are pathetic. Just part ways in peace. Just move on. Tarnish his name and his brand. Why do you want to do that? So if you can't be with him, you don't want him to have success. That's what it is. If you can't be with him, you don't want him to have success. She's mad. She tried to blackmail him and it didn't work. I know. This.
She's. You can say that. She's part of the reason why his accounts are hacked. Eventually, I think eventually he'll get them back. Eventually he will get them back. But I would go to somewhere like Chime or somewhere. Because Chime, you don't have to deal with the banks. You don't have to deal with the banks at all. You do not have to deal with the banks at all. Because banks do screw you. Banks give out 0.1% of savings. That ain't nothing. That's not even savings. Half of these banks is just ugh. Do not go to Wells Fargo. I made a mistake. I never knew about Wells Fargo until I've heard about them through the news, how racist they are. I wouldn't even go to Chime or Chase, excuse me. I wouldn't go to Chase Bank. Don't go to Chase Bank. Definitely do not go to Bank of America. But that's on y'all. I would take Chime and put all my money in Chime account because they don't do no overdraft fees or none of that shit. Credit union, I don't trust credit unions all that much. I mean, my mom was in a credit union for years. Once again, my daughter thinks just because she's going to turn 14 in a couple of days, thinks she can do some stuff to me. Excuse my language. Stuff to me. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I don't trust in credit unions all that much. I don't trust credit unions. I tried a credit. I'll have to try a credit union one of these days. We got too many. We got two. I think two, maybe three kinds of credit unions. I'll have to see, Calvin. I'll definitely have to see. But mainly, try Chime. Chime works for me. Chime boosts up my credit. So whenever you get gas, you get groceries, you pay bills, your credit boosts up ever so once or twice a quarter. But let me. I did say I was gonna do. Let me pause on this. Like I said, if the sister shows up again, she wants to come on the platform. I'll grace her with my presence. I will definitely grace her with my presence. But I have to go back to this sweet sister one last time to prove how Lenonana is a sneeze, he's a snavs. Oh no, we're gonna switch gears. Ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna switch gears to this fake, phony ass nigga here. We gonna switch gears to this fake ass, phony ass, simp ass, gay ass nigga here. Hold on one second. Fair use. We using the Fair Use Act. Fair use, fair use. Stormy. Hey, Stormy.
Consequences. Mr. Pan-African himself. Mr. Black Queens forever. Snow Bunnies never. Okay? While he round there with Mona over there at Don't Call Me White Girl doing them interviews talking that same old shit. It's entertaining, but I don't know why Dr. cannot just tell us if this lady Shavonne is lying or not and come out and tell the truth. Now 3 times that let me tell you about let me tell you about not dragging you $10 instead of $20 when it looked like you ain't even got $5 to your name, and you are a very big man. You are a very big, burly, not young. So we need you to come out and just be honest. We should be able to hold you accountable because you hold many people accountable. You talk about many celebrities and many public figures, but going to cause this. Hold on, let me back up. Do you stink? Do you bathe? Cause you a big ass nigga, so I need to know: do you bathe? I mean, you a Pan Africanist, so I know you got a towel. All them times you've been over there at Ghana.
First and foremost, hey, fat boy. I met the man 3 times. Every lecture I went to. 3 times I went to his lecture. Pause. He smelled nothing but shea butter. So I don't even know what this fool's talking about. But let him continue with his little rant.
What in the fuck is you doing over there in Senegal? And I don't know what this new African tour is you got going on. Surely you got some black African soap for your big black African ass. And I know you got them, what them Africans be using, them sponges and shit. Don't them Africans be using them sponges to really, really scrub and really, really clean? So, you know, I need to know. We got questions. We need to see a shower routine. We need to see the inside of your home. Give us a 360. You're always talking about consciousness before cookies. Well, we're going to say cleaning before consciousness. I want everybody to go to Dr. Umar's DM and go to his comments and say cleanliness before consciousness.
Clearly, you've been around Jaguar right too much. So that makes you a little sus. Because clearly, you got that rainbow flag hitting somewhere, my nigga. You got that rainbow flag hitting somewhere because how you hitting them switches, you hitting them better than my bitches. Ooh, I came up with a rhyme. My nigga. Cut the shit out. Cut the shit out, my nigga. Cut that shit out. Be a man.
You need to see it. Don't get on that snapping that belt, taking that shit, because you got that shit from me, nigga. Don't get on that snapping that belt. Don't get on there talking none of that about white people and the European man and the pale face and the crackers. I want to shit about it. So you show us at the house.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stormy. I'll tell you what. We'll show you the house, my nigga. We'll definitely show you the house. We'll show you the house if you can prove to us that you are gay. If you can prove, I don't want to hear from you about another Umar video unless you show us that rainbow flag, my nigga. Because how you flipping them switches, it's like I said, you flipping them switches better than my bitches. You flipping them switches better than my bitches. I say it again. You flipping them switches better than you flipping them my bitches. Shouts out to Sugar Free.
Go in your mama's house. You ain't got to admit if you live there or not, because we don't want to see the house and authority put her in her wheelchair out. We don't want to see that, okay? But I need you to go in there and put.
Why would you want to say that about your? So we don't care for sick mothers now? Is this it? I'm not getting this from y'all.
Put her on live, okay? And I need her to say, my son loves me. My son takes good care of me. I'm healthy. I'm safe. I got plenty to eat.
Why the fuck? This dude's stupid.
House is clean. Ain't no roaches in this motherfucker. Ain't no rats running around here. It smells good up in here.
Yeah, he's got gay tendencies.
We need to know. I need you to take that phone, that camera. I need you to walk through that whole house and show us. Matter of fact, the inside of that, see it. You out here holding people accountable, having something to say about everything, and you living like that. And the fact that y'all is cutting him slack is where like y'all start to lose me. Because I was looking at a lot of them comments, the live comments and the comments, you know, after the video finished processing or whatever, and they talking about, we'll put the mission before the man. What? No accountability? Oh, well, if he is a hoarder, you know, that's a mental health condition. So we need to just be patient with him and we need to give him grace. Well, if the fucking psychologist can't cure his own mental health condition, then what can he do for any of y'all? What can
First and foremost, you fucking nut. Hoarders ain't got it. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with the mission. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. How his mother lives is how his mother lives. How he lives is how he lives. And first and foremost, how the fuck would you know you only got one side of the fucking story? And the only reason why you so angry and so insecure with your switching ass. The only reason why you so insecure, my nigga, is because you ain't got but one interview from the motherfucker. He's had multiple interviews with me, multiple interviews with Looney. Shouts out to Looney. Shouts out to my nigga Looney. He's gonna go back on the Joe podcast. I have no smoke with Joe. That's my guy. That is my Negro. I like Joe, but he gonna end up back on the Joe podcast one of these days. Just because he ain't come back with your scaly little gay ass and fix that beard.
He do for any of y'all and y'all children. And stop running to Dr. Umar thinking he finna play a surrogate daddy for your children. He don't want the children he has. Poe and Nisa. Matter of fact, while you around there doing all that lecturing, go around there and see about Nisa. Because last time I heard it was commenting up under Poe.
And this is what I told what's his face the other day. This is the reason why I said to Vaughn, the reason why Umar called Anissa Smurf was because of that reason. That reason right there. Because why we got to put everybody's kid? Why we got to put these kids into this? He wanted to protect her. He wanted to protect the mom. That's why he called her Mama Smurf. Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf. Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. And you're going to get all sentimental because he called her a Smurf. A Smurf. A Smurf. Smurf. Is this mic on? A Smurf. I guess that was his childhood cartoon growing up. We gonna get on Umar for calling the mother because he didn't want to put out the mother's name along with her address and call her a Smurf. This woman, Stoney, she has her address out there. And I could have done wonders. I could have done the works, but I don't dox. I do not dox. I'm like the police. Well, fuck the police for right now. But I'm like the police. I react to your action. I react to your actions. And sadly, sad as this is, my God, whatever happened to integrity? Whatever happened to leaving certain people out of these crazy ass arguments, these crazy ass topics? I would never, even on my worst enemy, go after somebody's mother, go after somebody's dead father, dead son, crippled uncle. I wouldn't do none of that. None of it. The fact that Black people do not care, the fact that they use this app for their own personal gain is quite sickening. And this is the reason why I am safe where I'm at. This is insane. And you're doing this for a couple of dollars. You're doing this for a couple of dollars. Everybody's trying to reach to that Kevin Samuel status because he had over 1 million subscribers. Everybody's trying to reach for that Pearl or whatever her name is. Pearline, some ugly ass white girl. But anyway, they're trying to reach that status. I don't care for it. I don't care. Because this is all a hobby to me. And the fact that that struck 12 in the chat, that's just fine. I have 8 right now, but that's just fine. Who is he supposed to be? Nobody owns him an explanation. Obviously, since he's interviewed the fan, and I ain't got no smoke for her. Jaguar Wright, and in that ring, in that bussy, and that bussy got open. He ended up opening up his bussy for her. He feels some type of way, but hey, I mean, people do whatever people are grown. People do whatever. If Umar wants his slinger schlong slurped on by a female, that's his business. I could care less. That's not my issue. But this though, he wanted slurp. He wanted slurp. But every time he go, the other dude go, That's nasty. Oh my goodness. Well, Rainbow Coalition is in full effect. Not Rainbow Coalition. What they call it? The LBGTQHI. Never mind.
The post before that I seen, she was fighting some girl, got stomped dead in her titties. Big old Timberland boot mark right here in her titties. She lost that fight, and that had been the first fight she had been in. Go around there and get your daughter some boxing lessons. Go right. Where they from? Philly?
See what I mean? And the fact that you thought it was funny for Anissa, and I'm not going to speak on Anissa. Anissa has her own issues. She's 23 years old. She's grown. She's got places to stay. She just has mental issues. She needs to go in the hospital and stay there because she has her own mental problems. We all have our code of mechanisms, but we all don't have to report on everything. This is a 23-year-old girl. Come on now. People reporting on she getting kicked out of here. She's getting kicked out of there. She's getting kicked. Leave her alone. Just leave her alone. The fact that she faked her death is inexcusable. Just leave her alone.
They from the north. Go right. I know it's a Mustafa, a Mufasa, a Mir Kareem. Somebody around there with a boxing gym. Matter of fact, you got all this fucking color. Go hold up so she can learn how to fight. You can't be Dr. Umar Child getting stomped out of your head, just pulled out the streets. And just like you. Reality, she got loud that
stupid ass. He never disclaimed her or his other daughter. He never disclaimed her at all. So what are we doing?
Mental illness in your eyes and your all that, but she ain't got them hands. Go around there and get somebody to teach that girl to throw hands. Girl don't know if she want dick, don't know if she want to wear the strap, take the strap, and getting beat up. And Nisa, let me tell you something. You can't beat no lesbian and you can't fight because them lesbian hoes, they get down. Them lesbian girls fight. I'm here to let you know. They fight more than the niggas do. And I don't even know if that counts as domestic violence when y'all both two bitches. I don't know. Better go do some. This whole shit is a disgrace. You turn out to be a fucking disgrace. All of you conscious niggas. from the young pharaohs to the Umars to the Polites to the.
You're gonna compare Umar to all these New York brats. Sonetta, nah. Sonetta helped. Sonetta, give him some credit. He did help. He did help Umar along the way. So he's the only one that can get credit. The rest of them niggas is just jealous. That's all. And Taragi, Tahaki, or whatever your name is, boy. Whenever I get the energy, your punk ass is next, bro. You don't think I didn't hear you what you said about Umar along the way? Your punk ass is next.
Just name them. They all fall. And I'm not gloating at a man's failure. And I know we all make mistakes. But why is it that these niggas use black women to create an image, create a brand, make millions of dollars? Y'all donate millions of dollars to them for them only to turn around and disrespect y'all, stick their dick in anything that don't look nothing like y'all, messing with kids, getting hoes, getting Lambos.
Now he's ranting. I love it when niggas rant because clearly he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Number one, Umar never wanted nothing but to create and complete the mission, and that is open up the school for black boys and black girls. Well, the black boys part, because black boys end up an endangered species. Like some of y'all are going to end up endangered species with, this whole police situation. I'm going to cover that tomorrow. And hopefully I can get, some fellow officers like I did before. And shout out to Nathan Daly. A former police officer. We don't agree to everything, but we do strive for, some type of solution, right? Shouts out to Nathan Daly.
Getting Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, and everything else. Polite's ugly ass sat up there for a decade on the internet talking about he don't wear the white man label, he don't white man this and that cone shit on his head and all this and all that, only for the motherfucker to get money and start buying Versace, Lamborghinis, and white girls. I remember seeing this nigga in the video with a white girlfriend with her booty cheeks out. What in the milk of magnesia is going on? Pharaoh's around there with a white girl being a babysitter and talking about he gotta have 3 wives, and it's just like, oh my God, like how are they gonna be the leaders when they scamming? How are they gonna be the leaders when they can't control their cock? How are they gonna be the leaders when they getting taken?
How you just want to suck their cock? You want to be the part of them, but they said no. So you said, fuck you, nigga. I don't want nothing to do with you no way. So I'm gonna just talk shit about you. You just want to suck their cock. Bad big boy. How did he? This is content. This is just content at the end of the day. It's content.
Now my hoes. And Shannon Sharp, you ugly ingrate. We coming to you next. I know I got your picture in this slideshow. We coming to you next because you an ignorant nigga too, but I ain't talking about you right now. I'm talking about Umar. I'm just embarrassed, and y'all get on large stages, y'all get invited to shows, y'all get invited to speaking engagements. What are you gonna tell us about anything? First,
we ain't telling you shit. We ain't telling you, Mr. LBGTQHIV, rainbow flag color, still in all the colors and blah 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 blah. We ain't telling you a motherfucking thing. So get with your peoples. We'll get with our peoples because your people ain't FBA. Definitely ain't that. You definitely ain't Adolfs. And you damn for sure ain't Pan-African. But when you spoke about Africans on this live stream,
word you say to me when I interviewed you in
excuse me, let me correct myself. How you spoke about Africa on this live stream.
2022 is no snow bunnies, no snow burners, no snow bunnies. Little
Did he do what I think he just did? No, no. I'll leave it.
did I know you had little mice and shit running across your feet from them damn pizza boxes that you got up under your couch that you ain't took out since the fucking 90s? How did I know that your whole house needed to be fumigated? I should have knew it when I looked in the background and I saw those raggedy ass curtains, because you back then you was charging $600 for an interview and you didn't even have nice curtains. Who ain't got no money for nice curtains? You can go right down to Dollar General and Family Dollars, and we black, we know, and get you some damn curtains. You ain't even had a grandma curtains. Shit, your blinds looking so raggedy. I'd rather you had a fucking towel up there. I don't know. I don't know.
And this is what the black community has to offer. This is what black Americans have to offer. Just ranting. This is their bread and butter. This is their healing factor, as you their go-to for letting everything out, because you felt sometimes. I'm not talking about this faggot ass dick. Ultimately, people felt some type of a way when Martin Luther King, and I'm not putting the onus on Martin Luther King, when he said everybody is to be created equal. That was a lie in itself, because if everybody was created equal, we would have equal opportunities. We would have, we would be in par with everyone else. We would be competing. We would be competing with everybody else. That's not the case with America. America. Malcolm Jamal Warner died because, like so many others, discovered that America is not what it is. And like so many others, he had to depart because the machine itself, the machine, you know what the machine is, don't act dumb. The machine itself had only one mission, and that's to destroy people who are the messiahs. Just like Fred Hampton and so many others got destroyed because they either wanted to help our community, they either wanted to help our community, but yet it was destroyed by our community. J. Edgar Hoover is half black. Come to find out, sad as it is, I should have paid more attention to it, because I know Judge Joe Brown, he's the one that actually said it. I didn't want to believe him, but needless to say, Judge Joe Brown said it first, that he is half black. I thought he was white, but apparently he has some type of mixture because of his mom. So we have multiple people in multiple situations that have done good for this community, some good, whether to be the voice for the voiceless or to do something physically to uplift this community, and yet it was destroyed by bitch ass niggas such as this motherfucker right here. And you ain't doing nothing but destroying our community, my guy, with your ranting. I obviously just hopes. I pray that he sells, that Umar just goes ahead and just sells the school. Take this as a nail, go to Africa somewhere and build from there. He would get more appreciation in Africa than he would do here in the United States of America. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. You don't want to help rise. You want to get along with your oppressor because you feel as if America has changed. America hasn't changed. You can see right in front of you America hasn't changed because they let go so many people. They let go so many people in the past couple of months. People are jobless. People are jobless now. All because of your selfishness and your proclaimed faith in one Donald Trump, which is clearly sad in itself. It's just sad. It's just fucking sad.
I just feel like you've been getting donations for 12, 13, no, since 2013 for the school
2014.
that ain't never open. Umar, why ain't nobody told you in your square box ass head that by now, with the amount of money that you receive, you could have just created an online school for these black boys? Everything is AI now anyway. Everything is technology.
Everything is AI. Everything is AI. Everything is AI. First of all, AI is the one that's destroying the community, you fucking dope. AI is destroying, even though he did say to me that the same way that technology can help, it can also destroy. How do you expect these kids to interact with the real world if they can't interact with each other? They can't interact with their teachers. If they can't interact with their teachers face to face, what makes you think they're gonna react to anybody else in the real world? I'm sure he has computers. I'm sure he has laptops. But if he don't, I'm sure he's gonna ask for them. I'm sure he's gonna ask for them, and we're gonna have to give it to him because if we want better reactions, just like my children go to a private school. Yes, I have to physically drive them to school. And with their backpacks and their laptops, not only are they reacting to their teachers physically, they have their laptops. So we can do a little bit of both. But again, everybody wants Umar to do what they want them to do.
Anyway, so you could have created a center. You could have opened a center where all the kids just go. They sit on computers. Maybe you have some security there. You have some kind of monitorization there, but they do all their schoolwork through the damn computer. Did I just give you another $1 million idea? Did I just? How did I figure that out in 30 seconds? I don't even.
Other people have said that before. You numbnuts.
Have that written down. You've had 13 years. You niggas suck. And then we tell these women to get in line. And then we tell these women to follow. And then you call yourself an alpha male. You called yourself an alpha male. You called yourself that. And I'm going to give you that. Alpha. I'm going to give you, but I'm so sick of you alpha males and alpha females not taking accountability for your actions. So you want to be.
Who else is he talking about? Who else is taking alpha females? He must be talking about Jaguar Wright.
Be the loudest voice in the room. You want to be the one that everybody look to. You want to be that everybody get on their knees and submit to, but we can't hold you accountable and we can't ask no questions. And your alpha ass ain't even got a motherfucking clean house. Is that alpha? Is living in filth alpha? Is being homeless alpha? Is not having a car alpha? I'm trying to figure it out.
Damn, his switching so good. he can give other niggas who are who are gay switchable lessons. He switches so damn good.
Y'all let me know what I'm missing. Because these are y'all kings. These are y'all kings. And then it just hit me. That knows anything about Africa, they're matriarchal.
What? Africans are matriarchal? I think you ought to do more research, my guy.
I'm just saying, the patriarchy was created by the white man. Africans live in a matriarchal system. They live in a communal system.
What white man created patriarchy? He must be getting this in the political sense.
Women over there have businesses, run shit, and they just use men. Let me tell you something. African women really just use men for and security, but they be the brains of their operations over there. Now, if they've been, of course, if they're of course Muslim, but that came from the Arab men, that came from the middle, so that's still a patriarchal system. Or if they're Christian, that's a patriarchal system. But outside of that, you talk about those people, they're matriarchal.
No, they're not. No, they're not. And oh, by the way, I think one of ours, his name is Neo, right? He's a Cynthia G talking. He's KJ. What up, bro? KJ says Cynthia G talking. Yeah, he does more. Anybody who does more switching than Cynthia G has got. It's got to be a agenda. He's part of the agenda, y'all. He's part of the agenda, and you want to follow this guy, Stormy. You want to follow that guy?
They share their children. What? You don't even like your kids. How can I trust you around my kids, anybody kids? You don't even like your kids. Now that I think about it, you don't give a damn about them boys or saving them children.
No, it's just that you are a lost cause. You particularly are a lost cause. Because if you or anyone, obviously with the platform that you have, even gave a damn, you will be reporting on missing children. You would be reporting on those missing children. You would be more importantly, you would be reporting missing children who had their organs taken away from them. That's what you would be doing. But apparently, that's just too much like right. See, Umar knows about the organ crisis going on. He's reported on that one before. He's gone to places and educated children about certain events that go on here in the United States. What have you ever done, Starmy? What have you ever done other than listen to Jaguar Wright talk about Diddy and his lotion or his what's it? Baby oil. and from the looks of your head, nigga, you glistening like a mother. I can't even cuss around my daughter, but you glistening. So you must have went to that Diddy party. You looking around. Sorry, you looking around like I gotta get this face right.
Dad.
I'm just saying, anybody who brags on Diddy, Diddy is not the only person that you be talking about. There are people way before Diddy, whatever what he had done in past tense. Nobody paying attention to Diddy. The only reason why they paying attention to Diddy because he's rich. He's rich. Jay-Z, he's rich. Who cares about a 50-year-old Jay-Z? The only thing surprising about Jay-Z is Beyonce. Everybody loves Beyonce.
Nothing in hoes, man, when they get pregnant. You just turned out to be a dirty ass Philly, like.
So what does that have to do with the movement that he has been putting on for 20 some years? What does that have to do with all the lectures that he's ever done? People invite him out to lecture their children, their young children, and adults, and especially the elderly, because of what he has to, well, mainly what he has to offer. He is loved mostly here in the United States. But when he's in Africa, it's pretty much the same 50% rate, 50% rate. Half of them like him, half of them don't. But he has gained more love in Africa than the United States of America. Because mainly you don't care. You don't mind graping about what is it lately? What's going on the streets today? Madonna gets pregnant by, I don't know, not little Nas X. You would tell that story in a heartbeat. But lost children, lost souls get either their organs taken away or they get prostituted at a very young age. Where is your bleeding heart for them? Where is your bleeding heart, you agate ass nigga? Where is your bleeding heart for them? I said agate. I said agate. I said agate.
And day after day, niggas like you really cause me to have more empathy for women.
Because you are a woman. Simple as that. Because you switched more than Cynthia G. That would be why.
And I'm not saying this because it's mostly women that follow me. I'm not saying this to
Oh, I wonder why they follow you.
To lick y'all. I'm not screwing none of y'all. I'm not licking in between your booty crack, and I'm not kissing your nipples. None of y'all in this chat, right? Well, maybe unless Love Jones in there, but none of y'all. No, I'm not kissing nobody.
Or is that light-skinned nigga? I forgot what his name. I think his name is John or Tony or whoever.
Else, coochie lips in this live chat, right?
You mean bussy lips?
But when I was coming up, I used to just like be so hard on like my mama and grandmama and aunties and shit. Like, y'all pick stupid niggas. Like, y'all pick niggas that ain't shit. Like, I used to straight up say, like, y'all stupid. I used to say that shit as a child. Like, you stupid. I don't know why you got a nigga chance of how you didn't see. But now I see y'all are master manipulators. And your personalities are trash. No problem with a leader. I just need you to not lead me to garbage or to a fucking landfill. Where you going?
I have no problems with leaders either. Just don't lead me to a rainbow cloud full of niggas who swing on. he'll probably come on if he ever encounters me. He'll probably say this. I bet you I'll take yo. I bet you could. Ag boy. I bet you fucking could. Because both of y'all have buzzes. She got a buzzy. You got a buzzy. Tuck it. Go ahead and tuck it, boy. And your head, I can't stand your head glistening like that. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. The boy got too much blue. Oh my God. But at the end of the day, at the end of the fucking day, I said what I said about Stoney. She's fake. She's phony. Lennon honors the corporate for all this nonsense. And I'm going to need you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please donate to the live stream if you can. Coffee fund. I'm always good for coffee because I need coffee. I need espresso for what I have to deal with today and tomorrow. But like I said, tomorrow we got other things to worry about other than somebody catching their feelings because they slurped on or slurp. Never mind. Come back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Pacific time, so we could talk about this thing with the police. It's getting out of hand, but again, I have some things on my mind that you probably are not going to like. When I saw the tape of Mr. Williams getting his head bashed in, not once but twice. First, the glass breaks. They told him multiple times that they were going to break the glass to get into the car so they can get his ass out the car, which they did, but they were using obsessive force, which everybody has seen. Everybody has seen that this young man was punched in the face. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But I got a solutions for everyone. I got a solution for everybody because at the end of the day, it's not going to even matter if you ask for help. It's not going to matter if you ask for a supervisor or not. The fact of the matter is they're going to harm you whether you're compliant or not compliant. I'm going to give you my version of tips how to survive police. And it's quite sad in itself. It's really quite sad that we have to continuously have to go through this. But I digress. Come back tomorrow and we gonna leave this stuff alone because obviously it's wearing me out. It's too many people want they pound of flesh on Umar. But like I said, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And remember,
The Black community.
get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Come on.